Hello and welcome to this video from Arts of Empowerment on what you probably didn't know about your jack-o'-lantern. And the first thing I want to say is Happy Halloween! And as I say that, I'm also saying welcome to the period of Scorpio because yes, Halloween is in Scorpio, which runs from October 23rd to November 22nd. Now, while many people know the sign of Scorpio by the symbol of the scorpion, most don't realize that the tradition of carving a pumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern has its roots in astrology and is a way of paying homage to the fall sign of Scorpio. So let's break it down. First question is, why the pumpkin? Well, the symbolism is a lot simpler than you'd probably think. The pumpkin, that big, round, orange object, is the sun. And to make sure that it looks like the sun and lights up like the sun, we even put a candle in it for good measure. Now, why is it we carve a scary face into the pumpkin? Well, aside from the symbol of scorpion, Scorpio is symbolized by the skeleton and by death. For example, the 13th tarot card, the death card, actually represents the sign of Scorpio and has the skeleton character of death on it. And the constellation of Scorpio is a huge sign in the ancient calendar. It was very important, and it was known to be where the sun goes to die. So why is that? Why did we call it where the sun goes to die? Well, for that we'll need a little bit of, astrological competency, but don't worry, I got you covered here to make it quick and easy. The sign before Scorpio is Libra, and Libra runs from September 23rd to October 22nd. There it is, right there. And as Libra begins, the sun is about halfway between its highest point in the sky and the lowest point that it's going to reach within our year. And that means that the days are getting shorter. So just to show you what I mean, here's Cancer, and the sun passes through higher in the sky at that point. We get longer days. And during Capricorn, the sun reaches its lowest point in the sky, and we get shorter days. So when we're halfway, when we're in Libra, it's right about the halfway point. So there's still enough daylight to bring warmth and life to the earth, and there don't seem to be any serious consequences yet for the climates that do get colder in winter. But each day closer to Scorpio is a day closer to that period. It's a day where the sun falls lower and lower in the sky. So that by the time we enter Scorpio, the fall is very obvious. And that's where we get the fall, the word the fall, by the way. It's standing for a time where the sun is falling lower and lower in the sky. And the earth seems to be dying. Everything seems to be dying, decaying. Leaves are falling. It's getting colder. And there's a lot more nighttime that you're exposed to and more death because there isn't as much fertility and vitality and life and abundance in the colder countries during the fall. Certain animals even will, leave. They'll take off and head for warmer pastures, whereas other animals will prefer to hibernate and, kind of hang out and wait for the winter to be over before they resume. So, and we humans aren't even that different. We may retreat to our dens and dwellings. And even nowadays, we still, during the fall in colder areas, tend to warm up and stay inside and get nice and cozy and even possibly sit by the fire. And so it's for simple reasons like this that Scorpio is called a time of death, a time of evil, and even a time of secrecy. And as I mentioned, it was when the sun was said to have lost its strength and to really start dying. And so for that reason, we take a pumpkin and we take a knife and we carve a scary looking face into the pumpkin and then put a candle in it so that we can create for ourselves a composite image of the sun falling into the influence of a dark, demonic, or evil power. And there it is, what you probably didn't know about your jack-o'-lantern. And this type of symbolism is all around us. This isn't the only exception or anything like that. So if you want to access more videos just like this, just subscribe to my YouTube channel for free by clicking here. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy Halloween!